Hello, dear students. In this section of information, we will discuss about the separation and isolation of DNA fragments, which are the next step in the biological processing and bioengineering with respect to the biotechnological experiments. It is basically the cutting of DNA by restriction endonucleases, which results in the fragments of DNA of different sizes based on the different molecular weights of the different DNA fragments, which is being formed by the action of restriction endonucleases. So these fragments, they can be easily separated by a technique which is known as gel electrophoresis, and in this section of video we will discuss about the process of gel electrophoresis, what is the significance and importance of this technology with respect to the biotechnological experiments. So basically the DNA fragments, they are negatively charged molecules. They can be separated by forcing them to move towards the anode under an electric field through a medium or a matrix. So medium, it can be either agarose gel medium or other mediums which are basically used for the separation of DNA based on their molecular weights. So nowadays most of the commonly used metric is basically the agarose gel, which is a natural polymer extracted from the seaweeds, and the DNA fragments, they are separated according to their size through sieving effect, which is being provided by the agarose gel. So most of the smaller fragment of the DNA molecule, they move farther away from the uh, um, wells through which the material of the DNA fragments, it is being loaded in an electrophoresis machine. So basically gel electrophoresis is a method for the separation and analysis of the macromolecules, whether DNA, RNA or proteins, and their fragments based on their size and charge. So this is the basic concept on which this methodology of gel electrophoresis, it is being devised of, and it is used for the clinical chemistry to separate the proteins by charge or by size. So in biochemistry and in molecular biology, to separate the mixed population of DNA and RNA fragments. So basically we are dealing with the DNA, in which the restriction endonucleases, they have been utilized to develop the different fragments, different sizes and molecular weights of DNA molecules. And let's see the methodology, how the gel electrophoresis is being used for separating the different fragments of the DNA. As you can see in this picture, the agarose gel, basically it is being played out, and the DNA, they are being placed into the different wells, as you can see here. And this plate, it is being connected to the electric circuit with anode and cathode. Here positive and negative electrode or potential has been marked in this place. Now when the machine is being operated, or the supply with respect to the electric current, it is being supplied, what happens, the DNA molecules, they start moving from the DNA wells, and in course of their progression or movement, most of the larger DNA fragments, they are not able to travel the maximum distance. As you can see here in this diagram also, the fragment or the DNA which is having the low molecular weight is traveling the most of the distance into the electrophoresis plate. So here basically the agarose gel electrophoresis mechanism is being shown, in which the molten agarose is poured into a former containing a comb. After the gel has set, the comb is removed to form wells into which the DNA samples may be loaded. An electric current is applied to move the negatively charged DNA through the gel towards the positive electrodes. Smaller DNA molecules, they generally run through the gel with a higher mobility than the larger DNA fragments. Let's see why it happens. In this information, in this picture, you can see that DNA can pass through the pores, or DNA, they can be trapped into the pores of the agarose gel. So when DNA is thought to travel through the pores of a gel in an end-on fashion, which is being shown in the first picture, you can see that on moving through the agarose gel as a meshed network of pores, we can imagine that the DNA can move readily, or it can readily pass through the pores if it travels end on rather than side on. So this is end on movement, basically referred to as a snacking or repartition. So when the wells, they are being loaded with the DNA molecules, and after applying the electric current, what happens? The direction of electrophoresis, it ensures the movement of the DNA molecules from negative potential to the positive potential. So DNA snacking through the pores of a gel is being shown here, in which the DNA molecules moving through the pores of a gel may become trapped in a variety of way, as you can see here on the picture which is being shown above. So larger DNA molecules, they are more likely to be trapped due to their length and than the smaller ones. This may be the reason that the DNA molecules of larger molecular weight of approximately 30 kilobase pairs are run in the same places in a conventional agarose gel. So this is what is actually the reason why the DNA molecules of low molecular weight, they are able to move through the agarose plate very easily, and they are able to cover up the distance from the wells. So let's see what are the steps of the gel electrophoresis in this DNA fragments, which are being formed by the activity of the different restriction enzymes, whether they are endonucleases or exonucleases. In a solution, they are being separated on the basis of their size. So there are several basic steps to perform gel electrophoresis that will be described here. In the first step, pouring of the gel, and then preparing the samples of the DNA, loading the gel, then running the gel, exposing it to an electric field, and then staining the gel. So you have already seen the methodology, how the movement is being ensured by the DNA molecules through the DNA wells by applying the electrical field. Now this is the picture in which 3 wells are being shown here. The size of the marker is being shown here, and the DNA migration frequency has been shown with respect to the you can say molecular markers are also being used here, so as to illuminate the molecule of the DNA of desirable size or length, so that it can be easily identified over the X-ray plates. Now what are the applications of gel electrophoresis? So basically this methodology is used in separation of DNA fragments for DNA fingerprinting to investigate the crime scenes. The next information is regarding the to analyze the results of polymerase chain reaction, to analyze the genes associated with a particular illness, in DNA profiling of the taxonomic studies of the to distinguish the different species. So this is DNA profiling. In this picture, it is being compared with respect to the 2 individuals, and how the comparativity of the different fragments of the DNA is being made by analyzing the different samples with respect to the taxonomic category. So this is all about the functionality and importance of the gel electrophoresis, which basically helps us to analyze and bring out the particular DNA fragment for the biotechnological experiments. Thank you.